Some might come back, some might not come back. It is not about individuals, it's about the institution. And we need to be responsible and be ready to speak the truth when it does require. There are things that still need to be addressed, no doubt. And I hope that the executive that will continue to extend the hand of friendship will do the right thing in areas of where they must respect this institution. And I hope that we'll seek all your support in doing that which is right. Let me, as we celebrate, at the same time, it brings sadness when you remember one of our brothers, Senator Adeleke, is not here today. May his also rest in perfect peace. It should have been for him to be here with us. Distinguished colleagues, whatever we can do at all times, remember in prayer and his family, we should do that. And let me now round up to thank all our former presiding officers who played their role, who continue to support us, our family, and all those here. We thank you for being part of this special session. I thank you all. Leader of the Senate.
Mr. President, very distinguished colleagues, before I move the motion for adjournment, let me, on behalf of the leadership and all our distinguished senators, thank our clerk and indeed all the other staff who have made this success possible. The press, they have always been there to tell the world, sometimes in real time, like the Senate is doing now. What we have been doing here, we really appreciate that cooperation and support, and we pray that in the next 2 years, the remaining part of our tenure, this relationship will continue to blossom for the betterment of democracy in Nigeria. With these few remarks, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, having concluded the proceedings on the order paper, I move that this Senate stands adjourned till Tuesday, 13th June 2017 at 10 a.m. prompt.
Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, very distinguished Nigerians and invited guests, just before I second the motion moved by the leader, I'd like to invite the distinguished senators to join me in prayers for my dear wife, who was very sick last year, but today is her birthday, because she's there supporting me. And I also want to congratulate all of you that we should also pray for our wives. I will also join you to pray for your wives and your children and your family members who have been there praying for us day and night while we toil here in the red chambers to promulgate laws that will move this country forward and not our pockets forward. I say the Air Senate is very poised to ensure not just the stability of Nigeria, but to ensure the progress of this country. And thank also the national leaders, in addition, who are here, and also advise that going forward as a government, that we should recognize the fact that the war against corruption cannot be won unless we win the war against poverty. Because poverty leads to corruption, and corruption leads to poverty. On that note, I second the motion for adjournment to the 13th day of June 2017 at 10 a.m. prompt. I so second.
Distinguished colleagues, just before I put the question, let me just add my voice to thank the management of the Senate, led by the clerk of the Senate, who also started in this 8th Senate, but who has really filled the shoes and done a very good job. And we thank all your supporting staff, the deputy clerk, and everybody who has worked. I want to commend you. I want to commend all those who have made it easy for us to do this work. And particularly also, I'd like to commend the Rules and Business Committee, who honestly have taken this load, led by both the chairman, deputy, and committees and the management, because the workload truly has been enormous for them, and they've done well. And of course, men who press, cameramen and women, we thank you for all the support. Distinguished colleagues, those in favor that the Senate is adjourned to Tuesday, 13 June, 10 a.m. say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes are. The Senate is hereby adjourned to Tuesday, 13 June, 10 a.m. prompt.
It's been an interesting 2 hours as the Senate held a valedictory session to celebrate the 2nd anniversary of the 8th Senate. Senate President Dr. Bukola Saraki wrapped the session by charting a course for the Senate for the next 2 years. And he says the Senate will give more attention to the fight against corruption in the next 2 years and push through with several economic bills to improve the economic situation in the country. And that's all from Abuja. I'm Linda Akibe, and on behalf of the rest of the crew here in the National Assembly, thank you for staying with us.
This is a live Channels Television event.